All right, so in 1980, there was a phone call. Here's the thing. There's something called in star 1978, Nicole Catarusa, NC. They are teaching in the schools for the nominal, not even nominal, pardon, in with the people, PEOPEL, like non-essential equipment. They're teaching trigonometry and calculus. Now, I put up in my record I sent it to the loop of numerics. Doesn't matter whether for me, it doesn't matter if their genetic reads it or not. I sent it. It's enough in the numeric calculuses for the death magnet. Here's the thing. They are pushing this education. Listen, the words are starting to confuse the council because I am the caton. I am allowed to be educated. I'm allowed to be educated. That's where the word comes from and where it was built before I got here. But I don't even partake in the educaton because I don't want. I mean, they forced me into some like school, but like the thing is that my school was. They had better schools than what they offered me. They denied me going to a better school. And then they increased their funding and whatnot for everybody. All right. In gyroscopy, with trigonometry and extra special calculus before star 1978 was built, there was a circumference that was done. I was in 1980, and based on the gyroscopy and what the useless humans on this planet, when I am here, do and how they work, I put up a Metallica. It is a band, B-A-N-D. They sing S-I-N-G. It's called The Day That Never Comes. So it's, but it's C-O-M-E, it's cobalt, and then it's the magnetic energy of the gyroscopy, this centrifuge, as it moves, and then what it electrifies out in both the polarized from the top and the top and the bottom, or the north and the south, the Jew and the Sioux, and then the mu is in the middle. So that, I mean, like, that is the mastery of whatever. So I did not permit for these things before I arrived in this day label. The day label I have is Delta Alpha Gamma, which looks like the word S-A-Y to the eyes and the cognition, and to the ear. But let me think. But then it also is labeled as day, D-A-Y, because sometimes with the whatever. So the council in the 1980s did not want. I mean, they had internal fight. I walk on water. I am not fighting over aviation. I am not. There will still be mission flying for cargo, for the supplies for the peoples. I mean, they'll grow their own foods and things, but then there will be shipping. But it will be truncated on the fact of that even there, I mean, it used to be that the generational families and territories would prove their loyalty and being able to follow the safety for the whole elliptical gyration. Gyration, not generation. That's a multiple. But they have not proved themselves of loyal yet that I know of. I have too many that lock me here. Maybe there are some that exist, but they have been unsuccessful in getting me out. I said I do not want to stay in New York. It is dangerous. My hat, H-A-T, wants to go to hat elsewhere that knows things, because I'm looking around and what I hear and what I see in the adults is dangerous. Not in a I'm going to hold a gun to your head dangerous. It is I'm going to hold a trigonometry trigger word to your head and change the gyroscope of everybody's future and endeavor while everybody fights. So now I don't understand. I gave you the history of where the science came, what we documented before we got here. Because I have a laboratory, I have a DNS server. It is a dedicated, it's a caton, and then it's nickel, it's Nicole, it's cobalt, iron, nickel. Okay, so that's who I am. I mean, and then it's Nicole. I mean, again, I don't know how far into explaining I have to get with these humans, but here we are at age 42, and they have not been useful or helpful whatsoever. All they have done is thought about themselves. I gave a beginning list of the college and university within the United States. There's over 1,077 that they are that I have on my list. Not to alarm anything, and there might be more private that have opened over the last 42 years while I have been waiting. This is what the nickel is. See that one? That's a nickel. It's the thicker one. And then this capital building in the back. Yeah. All right. The front of it, I think who's this guy? Yeah, I don't even know who he is. I don't know. He's some white guy. And then you've got, this is the quarter. It's, right. But here's the thing. They say, this is the dime. The small one. This is the currency system that they used to use. So that's the dime, which is the small one. And then, let's see. See? Dime, quarter, nickel. The nickel is only worth 5. It's a plank. It's a 5. I know in extraterrestrial science, the plank is the larger one, but the dime, D-I-M-E, is the small, the dimer, and then the quarter is the largest of the coin, the C-O-I-N. All right, so that is their operating money system, and then they have green paper, but it's whatever. They don't share it with me. They don't. Now I'm supposed to have occupation, ocular carbon copy for the units for the patriarchs in the ion field. Why has nobody come for me for occupation? I'm still in New York, in plain view, in a Warren system of boroughs, and the borough that I'm born into is called Queen, but it is a Warren system, W-A-R-R-E-N. I put that definition up the other day. So now let's think about this. Okay, so right, so the gyroscopy that I am in is a set system. There's only so many outcomes that can be, and currently, it's called a death magnet. I don't know what else to call it for you. I mean, I am the magnetic in the middle. I was supposed to have a wingnut threaded, precise, surety, secure relation with my male counterpart, or the 7 for the 8, or I'm the 3, he's the 4. Right, I'm drei, he's wir. So I do not, right, I'm acht, he's sieben. So I don't understand why none of this ever, I mean, like, nobody came. I do not have a family that is able to support me. And I do not have my, but again, things we already told on our way in. And my units, they're not bright ones, they're not lit, they're not spiritual others, they're just flesh and useless units that work inside the gyroscopy, but they're not functioning well in anything that I need, because they were not pinned or pawned or properly with education before I got here in a systematic way. Forget the like trigonometry and calculus and what education you're giving us. How about survival skills? Some food and some ways to make yourself enjoy whatever you move around doing for the day. Because so far, this has been the worst journey to a genetic I have ever been like sewn into that I did not want. I mean, I thought if I make a phone call from 1980 to your stupid ass in the year 2020 because you fucked up, I really thought, and then showed it to you in 1980 or before, I really thought you idiots would be competent enough to fix my one position in the magnetic system with the one man that I came for. And then we go from there. I mean, I'm not asking for anything but his affection and affinity. That is it. And then to work with the rest of you in the useful departments. So far, I have not found any. You just left me here abandoned. I will speak to you anyway I fucking please. You have fucked up big time. And I'm the center of the project. The only one you're going to get, because it's tick, 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 gyroscopy, boom! That's how this works.